Rights, risks, re-entry into U.S. What green card holders need to know for heightened port of entry checks while traveling. Green card holders have the legal right to travel outside the U.S. and return, but they may face increased scrutiny upon re-entry. Recent immigration policies have intensified border inspections, making it crucial for permanent residents to understand their rights and obligations. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our channel, U.S. Immigration News. We hope you're doing great. In this video, we're going to talk about, if you're interested in this topic, please pay attention and watch the video through to the end to get all the information. Please hit like and subscribe, and don't forget to push the notification bell for an upcoming video. So, without any further delay, let's jump into the video. Green card holders can travel outside the U.S. and come back. They have a legal right to re-enter. However, when they return, border officers can still ask them questions and check their documents. Under the Trump administration's intensified immigration enforcement, even lawful permanent residents, commonly known as green card holders, are facing increased scrutiny. Many report longer interviews, as Customs and Border Protection officers focus on detecting any grounds for denying re-entry or initiating deportation proceedings. There's also a growing trend of self-deportation among green card holders with past legal issues who fear potential complications. Green card holders' right to re-enter the U.S. Green card holders can travel outside the U.S. and come back. They have a legal right to re-enter. However, when they return, border officers can still ask them questions and check their documents. This is to make sure they still qualify as permanent residents and haven't done anything that would jeopardize their green card status. While you have the legal right to seek entry, CBP can still examine your travel patterns, ties to the U.S., and any criminal or immigration history to confirm you remain eligible, according to visasir.com. Why the scrutiny now? The Trump administration has broadened its immigration crackdown to include those with legal status. According to the inputs, extended periods away from the U.S. can trigger questions about whether you still intend to live in the nation or not. Criminal convictions, even old or minor offenses, can raise red flags. Having no job, property, or family in the U.S. can be viewed as abandoning residency. CBP officials use these factors to decide if a returning green card holder genuinely plans to resume living in the U.S. What if CBP questions your status? If U.S. Customs and Border Protection questions your right to be in the U.S. with your green card, here's what might happen. More questions. They can pull you aside for further questioning in more private area, secondary inspection. This is to investigate their concerns further. Deportation proceedings. They might begin the process to deport you, removal proceedings. This means you'll have to go to immigration court to defend your right to stay in the U.S. Let you in, but they might let you into the country, but give you a notice to appear. This means you must go to immigration court at a later date, likely because they have concerns about your eligibility to remain a permanent resident. Key rights for green card holders include a hearing before an immigration judge if CBP challenges your status, the right to hire a lawyer at your own expense. However, lawyers are not allowed to intervene during initial CBP interviews at the airport or border. The U.S. Customs and Border Protection can, however, search your belongings and electronic devices, like phones and laptops, even if you are a green card holder. They don't need a warrant to do so. The reason for these searches is to check for illegal items or information in your records that might prevent you from entering the United States. Essentially, they are checking to make sure you are still eligible to enter the country. Although cooperation is advisable, you are not required to answer questions unrelated to your immigration status. Refusal to answer may delay entry, but won't automatically result in denial unless other legal issues surface. Preparing to travel. With rising scrutiny, immigration experts advise green card holders to take precautions. Carry a valid green card whenever you travel. If away for over a year, apply for a re-entry permit in advance. Limit absences to under 6 months if possible. Maintain strong U.S. ties, e.g., property ownership, stable employment, filing taxes. If you have a criminal record or prior immigration complications, consult a lawyer before leaving the U.S. Trump's policy and its impact on green card holders. Even those with legal status are not exempt from the administration's focus on deporting immigrants with criminal records or questioning those who might have abandoned their U.S. residence. Policies and official statements have blurred the lines between undocumented and documented immigrants, prompting tougher questioning at ports of entry. Green card holders should be aware of their legal rights and obligations to avoid surprises at the border. With stricter immigration enforcement, green card holders must take precautions when traveling to avoid complications at the border. Stay informed, maintaining strong U.S. ties, and seeking legal advice when necessary can help ensure a smooth reentry process. That is all for today in this video. What are your thoughts on this? Please let us know in the comments section below. Thanks for watching the entire video. Hopefully, the information is useful to you. See you later in the next video. Till then, take care.
US immigration news. Rights risk re-entry into US what green card holders need to know for high-temp port of entry checks while traveling. Green card holders have the legal right to travel outside the US and return. However, upon re-entry, US Customs and Border Protection officers can question them and check their documents to ensure they still qualify a permanent resident. Under the Trump administration's stricter immigration policies, even lawful permanent residents face increased scrutiny, including longer interviews and inceptions. Some green card holders with past legal issues are even choosing to self-deport out of fear of complications. CBP officers assess various factors to determine whether a returning green card holder generally intends to live in the US. Extended period abroad can raise doubts about residency, as can a lack of strong ties to the US, such as employment, property, or family. Even minor or old criminal convictions may lead to heightened questioning or potential removal proceedings. If CBP questions a green card holder's status, they may be subjected to further questioning. In secondary inceptions, issued a notice to appear in immigration court or in serious cases placed in deportation proceedings. Green card holders have the right to a hearing before an immigration judge and to hire a lawyer. True attorneys cannot intervene during initial CBP interviews. CBP officers also have the authority to search travelers' belongings and electronic devices without a warrant. While cooperation is advisable, green card holders are not required to answer questions unrelated to their immigration status. Refusing to respond may delay entry but does not automatically result in a denial unless other legal issues arise. To minimize complications, green card holders should always carry a valid green card when traveling. If planning to stay abroad for more than a year, they should apply for a re-entry permit in advance. Keeping absences under 6 months, maintaining US ties through property ownership, employment, and tax filing, and consulting an immigration lawyer before travel, especially if they have a criminal record, can help ensure a smooth re-entry. The Trump administration's policies have intensified enforcement against immigrants' dissatisfaction between documented and undocumented individuals. Green card holders must remain informed of their rights and obligation to avoid unexpected issues at the border.